Ladies and gentlemen, our next brave storyteller, Charita.
Hello, everybody. My name is Charita Cole Brown, and as you saw in my pictures, there was a picture of two beautiful young women with me. Those are my daughters. I'm going to take you back to 1982, when I thought those beautiful young women might never exist. I was a senior at a prestigious college, and I had a psychotic break. It was March of 1982. I was scheduled to graduate in May of 1982. I had been diagnosed with bipolar 1 in December of 1979. So I came home from school, and what my parents were told was, given the frequency and severity of my episodes, that they could probably get themselves ready and steeled up for me being in custodial care, meaning somebody eventually was going to have to take care of their child. So we moved forward to 2018, and this is the cover of my upcoming book, Defying the Verdict. My Bipolar Life, which is coming out on May 29th of this year. I'm going to read you an excerpt from Defying the Verdict, My Bipolar Life. Don't defy the diagnosis, try to defy the verdict. Norman Cousins. By 1987, my life had unraveled so much. I was uncertain about my secular future, as well as my Christian identity. Having denied the psychotherapist's diagnosis of maturing bipolar disorder for so long, I finally acknowledged its accuracy. Then I reasoned, if I internalize and implement effective strategies, I know the God I discovered in first grade will help me enhance the quality of my life. After being released from the psychiatric unit, I contacted my former therapist and updated him regarding my recent psychiatric hospitalization. I almost begged him to resume the therapeutic process at his counseling center, where the driving principle was people growing toward wholeness. When he agreed to pair his therapeutic acumen with my determination, somewhere in my spirit, I knew I would recover. I still had to convince my heart and my mind. Returning for a second round of therapy, I was determined to destroy anything in my psyche that blocked my progress. If I could, I wanted to decrease the frequency and severity of my cycling. I had been episode-free for 3 years before I returned to this bottom. I had taken my medication as prescribed. I had regular blood tests. I enjoyed yearly extended urinalysis. And of course, I had remained in my self-constructed box. I had developed an ugly duckling mindset concerning my role in the Cole family. Though it seems melodramatic to me now, while viewing myself through my periscope of hypersensitivity, I decided I was the defective sibling. Some days, deep within myself, I shouted, "Do you think I like being crazy?" During the therapeutic process, I learned to accept and love less than perfect me. My emotional intelligence quotient needed a boost. Living in my box and wanting to avoid severe mood swings from elation to despair, I had locked myself into an unbalanced an unrealistic happy mood. Sadness, frustration, anger, all became taboo emotions. Now it was important for me to learn how to regulate my feelings and my moods. I had to identify the emotions I had hidden under my salvation cloak of happy, happy joy. The most notable were fear, guilt, shame, and condemnation. In addition to traditional clinical practices, my pastoral counselor encouraged me to memorize specific scriptures, especially those that counterbalance the fear I internalized and embraced in response to bipolar I illness. Then I came to understand I didn't fear failure, I feared success. Finally, realizing why I lived in a self-constructed box, I asked myself, do I possess the temerity to step out of my box? Nearly 30 years later, my answer is still yes. Thank you.